Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Brandi Glanville reunites with Cibrian and LeAnn Rimes to celebrate a huge milestone. Former Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star Brandi Glanville hasn't had the best couple of years, as she has experienced some notable health issues. However, she recently took to social media to share some exciting personal news. Her son Jake graduated from high school. She posted on Instagram, and just like that, it's graduation day. So proud of you at Cibrian. The post contained 3 photos, the first of which was of Brandi and Jake. The second features him walking across the graduation stage, and the other is of Jake with some of his friends in their blue gowns. Jake's dad, Cibrian, also took to Instagram to highlight the occasion. He did so with a video montage, which also included his wife, LeAnn Rimes. The caption of the post reads, "And the class of 2025 is off and running." It continued, "Congrats, my boy." LeAnn also shared the post on her social media as she congratulated her stepson. According to People, Brandi spent the most recent Christmas holiday with LeAnn, and the kids. She said on her podcast, "I went over there to my ex's house for Christmas because of my kids." Brandi continued, "I mean, you guys don't understand the love I have for these children. Like, I would take a bullet for them." Brandi then said, "What was I gonna do? Stay over here in my house, be lonely during Christmas, or go be with, like, my beloved children and my in-laws, who I'm obsessed with and love?" She added, "I can step in there as long as everyone's happy and everyone's in one place, and the kids are happy, and we're having a good time and the food is good." Regarding Brandi and Eddie, they tied the knot in 2001 and have 2 sons. Jake is the youngest at 17, and Matt is 21. Sadly, they divorced in 2010 after he fell in love with LeAnn. Eddie and LeAnn connected in 2009 while filming the movie Northern Lights, and married in 2011. This was a massive scandal at the time, but the 3 are now on good terms. Naturally, Brandi's divorce and the events that led to it became a topic while she was on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. However, she hasn't been on the series since 2015 and has recently spoken openly about her non-existent relationship with Bravo and Andy Cohen. In a moment that no one quite saw coming, Brandi Glanville, reality star, author, and outspoken personality, reunited with her ex-husband Cibrian and his wife, country music icon LeAnn Rimes, to mark a milestone that transcends years of tabloid drama, public feuds, and personal growth. The unexpected reunion happened in Los Angeles over the weekend, where the trio came together to celebrate their eldest son Mason's college graduation. A moment that for any parent marks the closing of one chapter and the hopeful, wide-open beginning of another. What made this particular celebration remarkable wasn't just Mason's achievement, but the unified front presented by 3 people whose names were once synonymous with Hollywood's most talked-about love triangle. The gathering took place in the lush backyard of a private residence in the Brentwood Hills, where fairy lights hung from the trees and long tables were dressed with wildflowers and handwritten name cards. Guests mingled, music floated through the air, and laughter echoed across the garden, but all eyes were on Brandi, Eddie, and LeAnn as they posed together for photos, exchanged hugs, and toasted Mason's future with an ease that, a decade ago, would have seemed unthinkable. Brandi arrived early, dressed in a sleek off-shoulder black jumpsuit paired with bold red heels and her signature confidence. She greeted guests warmly, her smile easy, her eyes bright. Eddie, dapper in a navy blue suit with an open-collar shirt, arrived with LeAnn, who wore a flowing cream dress and greeted Brandi with a surprisingly affectionate embrace. The moment, captured by several iPhones and quickly making the rounds on social media, spoke volumes. "This day isn't about the past. It's about Mason," Brandi was heard telling a guest. "He's worked so hard, and he deserves to be celebrated by all the people who love him, no matter what history we share." It was a sentiment echoed by Eddie, who gave a heartfelt toast midway through the afternoon. "There have been a lot of twists in our story, but one thing has remained constant. We all love Mason and Jake more than anything. Watching them grow up, watching them succeed, it's the greatest joy of our lives." LeAnn added a few words of her own, her voice soft but full of emotion. "Blended families aren't easy, but love, when it's real, finds a way." Today is a reflection of that love. I'm proud of the young man Mason has become, and I'm proud of all of us for getting here, together. The trio's ability to come together has been slowly building over the years, with signs of thawing tension evident in scattered Instagram posts, co-parenting photos, and supportive comments exchanged online. But this was the first time they'd appeared so publicly united, with no trace of old bitterness, just warmth and mutual respect. Fans and followers who remember the drama of the early 2010s were stunned, many taking to social media to express their disbelief and admiration. If Brandi, LeAnn, and Eddie can find peace, there's hope for the rest of us. One tweet read, followed by a cascade of applause emojis. Indeed, this reunion represents far more than just a photo op. It's a culmination of years of growth, forgiveness, and the powerful bond shared over two sons who brought them all together in the first place. From Brandi's tell-all books and podcast episodes to LeAnn's tearful interviews and Eddie's careful navigation of public scrutiny, each of them has told their side of the story, each with their own wounds and lessons. But Saturday was not about the past, it was about how far they've come. As the sun dipped below the horizon and the party continued into the evening, Mason thanked his parents and stepmother with a brief speech that brought tears to many eyes. "I know it wasn't always easy," he said. "But seeing you all here today together means more to me than you'll ever know. I'm proud to be your son." There was no denying the sincerity in his voice, nor the emotion in the faces of the trio standing behind him. Eddie had a hand on Mason's shoulder. Brandi held a glass of champagne, blinking back tears. LeAnn had her arm around Jake, the younger of the two sons, who grinned from ear to ear. This rare moment of unity was more than just a family milestone. It was a reminder that people can change, relationships can evolve, and even the most tangled of histories can find peace when hearts are open and the focus is on what truly matters. As guests began to trickle out and the night wound down, Brandi, Eddie, and LeAnn shared one final hug, long, genuine, and free of the tension that once defined them. "Same time next year for Jake's graduation," Brandi joked, to which Eddie replied, "You know it." And just like that, what once was a headline-grabbing tabloid saga ended with a toast, a hug, and the promise of more peaceful memories to come. In a moment that surprised fans and skeptics alike, Brandi Glanville reunited with ex-husband Eddie Cibrian and his wife LeAnn Rime to mark a deeply personal and celebratory milestone, their eldest son Mason's college graduation. What could have been an awkward affair steeped in tabloid-fueled tension turned out to be a genuinely warm, joy-filled day as the unconventional trio put years of drama behind them for the sake of family, and perhaps something even more powerful, growth. Dressed in a sleek champagne-colored gown that shimmered in the California sun, Brandi arrived at the outdoor commencement ceremony with her youngest son Jake by her side. Her signature confidence was on full display, but this time there was something softer behind her smile. Maturity? Forgiveness? Maybe both. She was among the first to take her seat, glancing around the crowded field for familiar faces. Eddie and LeAnn arrived shortly after, hand in hand and dressed casually but chic. He in a tailored navy blazer, she in a flowy bohemian dress that caught every breeze. There was a brief moment of hesitation as their eyes met Brandi's, but then something beautiful happened. They'd all smiled. Not the polite, performative kind of smile, but a genuine, we made it through kind of smile. It was the kind of expression that only years of co-parenting, self-work, and acceptance could produce. As Mason walked across the stage to accept his diploma from UCLA, the three parents stood shoulder to shoulder, clapping and cheering. LeAnn let out a proud whistle while Brandi snapped photos with her phone, and Eddie shouted his son's name, voice cracking with emotion. For a brief moment, they looked like the perfect blended family, a scene few would have predicted a decade ago. After the ceremony, the celebration moved to a private garden brunch hosted by Eddie and LeAnn at a rustic estate just outside of Los Angeles. Long tables were covered in white linens and fresh lavender, with place cards that simply read Mom, Dad, LeAnn, and Family. Brandi sat across from LeAnn, and the two women chatted between sips of mimosa, laughter spilling easily as they reminisced about Mason's high school antics and Jake's growing interest in music.